Your boy, Looney Noon. Let's bow our heads tonight. Lord, thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to speak through your Holy Spirit. I really ask, Lord, to bless those who have humbled themselves and came to you for leadership, guidance, and blessings. As you always do, Father, please continue to give us your grace and mercy and guidance. And I'll be careful to give you all the praise and glory and gratitude. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. What's good, my folks? How you guys doing? What a beautiful day I had today. Every day. It was like 50 something degrees. God is just so good to us. I don't know if we deserve it, but I mean, I'll take it. You know, I mean, because there's none worthy, you know, or uprighteous and perfect, but He loves us, so all we can give Him is gratefulness and gratitude. All right. Now, today, well, let me just say this. Those of you who have children, small children, young children, teenage children, adult children, they're still your children. So the feeling is just so blissful and great, and the joy when you get with one of your kids, or if you only have one, when you get with that one kid. Myself, I've been blessed. I have 6, and they all are beautiful. Quality time is what I'm getting to. When you spend quality time with your children, there's no greater feeling. I mean, I was just so enthused today by spending some quality time with my one of my daughters. Her name is Samia. We went shopping. We went eating. Well, speaking about eating, let me just show you something. I hope you guys can see this. No, that's not Pac-Man Mario. This is a friend of mine that I just met today, and I'm calling him a friend because his persona and his personality was so impeccable. But what was more greater than that was his menu, his food, and he backed up everything he was saying and that he talked about. This guy, Mario, the address is 267 Central Ave, East Orange. I do recommend you guys go there and eat some healthy, decent, good food. I mean, the menu I just showed you, but he cooks a white snapper fish that's, oh man, it just melts in your mouth. The fish, and it has no smell. It was just so great. And the turkey sausages, this guy, his wife, as a matter of fact, his wife makes the turkey sausages herself. It's him and his wife. No hands, too many hands touching your food. They both are so humble, and they're Palestinian people by labels, but they're human beings by God, like I am and you are. Perception came into play because, as you guys know, I speak about perception, respect, family, forgiveness a lot. And today, like I said, they call him Mario, like the Pac-Man Mario, all that. But let me just say this: he's a CIA agent for the President Obama and the other presidents, Bush, I think it was, and he's the picture right in his restaurant. We got into in-depth conversation about some things, a few things, and the guy is just a real guy. You know, he's a stand-up guy. He's someone that you would embrace him. He would embrace you, and you just reason together and have a wonderful time conversing. Now, again, I said all that's good, but the food was fantastic, man. It was just undescribable. And I eat at a lot of different spots. I mean, you know, I move a lot. I'm all over the place, but I'm definitely going back there, and I recommend you guys check Super Mario out. Um, Another thing about Mario was that, you know, this was my first time there, so my daughter Samia, I could give you a shout out for that because she was telling me about the place because I was like, okay. She said, it's in the cut, it's in the hood, it's in the cut, but the food is excellent. I said, well, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm from the hood. I'm from the, you know what I mean? So when she was telling me, I was like, yeah, yeah. You know how you say, yeah, yeah, right, right, right. Please, I'm telling you, go there. Your money will be spent well, and the prices is so reasonable, it's crazy. And you getting quality food. What Mario did share with me was this. When they do meats, right? You hang the meat, cut the neck off, let the blood run out. Let all the blood run out. Here in America, what we do is we shock or electrocute that animal, whatever it is. And then what we do is we freeze it. And if you notice, sometimes when you go buy chicken in the supermarkets and stuff, you can see some of the blood in some of the packs. You know what I mean? So the blood is never really drained out of that chicken. You know, and that can cause a lot of other things, man. You got to be careful what you eat. So he basically deals with halal food. And listen, it's good. And then he have his turkey wings. He has soul food. So I can't wait to go back. I may go back there tomorrow for dinner. That's right. Anyway, that's Mario. I had to shout him out. So if you see this clip, Mario, I had to tell the world about you, brother. All right, moving right along. Now, no one can give me a straight answer on this. Maybe you guys can. Webster, the other dictionary too. Nobody can give me a straight answer on this. Your experts, they come up short. They tell me it's contagious. Contagious. Okay, well, we know contagious could mean germ to germ, spreading here, spreading there. That's contagious, the definition. But I need someone to really explain to me about this yawning business. I'm not talking about you yawning because you're tired and all that. We know that. I'm talking about if you sitting next to me and I'm sitting next to you and you decide to yawn, all of a sudden I'm yawning. Where does that come from? Oh, it's the electrodes in your brain and it's contagious and this is the answers you're gonna get. But somehow that doesn't do it for me. There's a deeper meaning to this yawning business. I mean, our brains, I'm told we don't use all of our brain anyway. So it's something to do with the waves, man. I don't have an answer. But I'm telling you, the next time this happens to you, research whatever you want to research on the word yawning or on contagious or whatever. And you're not going to be satisfied with these answers. This is not the answer. So can somebody please come up with an answer for me? Just for my curiosity. I mean, I just want to know if I can tap into my brain or someone else can tap into my brain by just yawning, then yawning is something we need to really study for real. And not just take these answers that these folks, these so-called quote-unquote experts giving us, because obviously they're not the right answer, man. They're not. Now I'm told, and I don't like to speak about things when I'm not 100% sure, but I'm told that that virtual reality type thing, now they're coming out with actually humans putting this plant in your brain and trying to capture your thoughts, even more far advanced than the robot. I mean, these people was trying to, and I'm told that there's few of them is out there already, actually dictate by putting this piece of chip in your head, you can actually be there in person, like in Hawaii right now, but sitting in your living room, like the virtual with the glasses, with the something to do with that. But I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna get back to you guys on that. But this is just reaching too far out there. This is going too far. So, just want to alert you guys to that, since I was speaking about yawning. But okay. I also told you guys to. I didn't give you no homework, right? But what I did say is that from now on I'm gonna talk about. And I hate to talk about this because it doesn't make my spirit feel too good, but it exists. It's reality. There's racism out here. It's true. It's prevalent today as it was in the 1960s, 50s, 40s. It's still here. So, in terms of black folks that don't think that there's racism, or white folks that don't think there's racism, do some research. But the Kerner Commission, Kerner, by President Johnson in 1967, 11-man advisory board went out to check why these riots and this unrest and stuff was being done, in our neighborhoods. And they came back with the fact that there was too much white supremacy racism from the powers that be. Look it up for yourself. Don't take Nooney's word for it. And does it still exist today? Yes. Is the board still around? Not really. They tried to cover it up, but they had it right under Johnson. They came back with the answer. Experts, not your little personal feelings. Experts, people that went out there and got paid to do this job, white and black. So let's stop having a blind eye to things, man, and watch out for the pitfalls and just live your life accordingly, within reason, what you can do and what you can't do. Excuse me. So every time I tell you I'm going to bring you something to keep you abreast as to why these forces is trying to pit us against each other, the masses. That black and white is not where it's at. This humanity is where it's at. And they try to stick the green in there, play the money game with you. So let's be smarter than that. Because and I know, we have friends of every different race and culture. So let's not fall into those traps with these people. Okay, I also told you guys, which I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to highlight a group because I don't like listening to radio, especially FM radio. It doesn't do anything for me. So if you choose to or want to, I'm going to kick out a group each time I speak on these airwaves. And the group tonight, well, actually they had two names. Early on it was called The Moments. And then formerly they're called Ray Goodman and Brown. So this group, R&B group, there's 3 songs. I mean, they got hits galore, just like all the groups that I mentioned to you guys. All of the songs is just fantastic. But there's 3 songs I pick out of each group, and the songs tonight for the moments would be 1 song out of 3, which would be I wrote it down somewhere, but I didn't have to. Not on the Outside. That's by the Moments. This is the same group now. Ray Goodman and Brown, same group, just changed the name. The other 2 songs would be Special Lady and the smooth song called Inside of You. Inside of You. So that's your group for tonight. Um, Now, the next thing I just want to speak about is passing the torch, man. Passing the torch. Passing the torch to the younger generation. I did a thing on giving kudos to the brothers that came before us and sisters in order so we could give back to the younger ones. So when I was employed and working, I'm retired now. Don't get mad at me. I'm retired. Yeah, I'm 68. I think a person should be retired in this country should be around 50, but that's just my opinion. And they need to do a better job on taking care of us seniors too. Canada don't pay nothing from what I'm told. But anyway, my point is this. Passing the torch. If you work on a job and you're like 80 years old, why in the hell are you still working there? Why? Why? I have nothing to do. I'm going to quit and do what I'm going to do. Run around the block. Work out. Get involved in some activities. Or just sit home and watch TV. I don't know what you're going to do, but you shouldn't be taking someone's spot that's younger, that's looking for a career, that has a young family, or just want to save and stack their money, or just want to work, or have a career, And I think that's real selfish. I think that's very selfish, and it's not that you need that little one job at 80 years old, or 70, or 60. You shouldn't. I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy either, but I have common sense. So when you get a certain age, move to the side. Let that young person come in there and they'll do a better job. That's in anything. Work environment, job, churches with these pastors don't want to step down. The government positions, the city councils, the mayors, the senators, any job capacity. If you're an older person, sit yourself down somewhere and let somebody else step in that spot, man, so they can better this society and community. Your ideas is gone. It's far-fetched, and the only thing you can give is experience, and you can give that on the phone or telling them or talking to them as a volunteer situation or thing. So think about that. When you guys really think about that, and stop being so selfish, man. Stop being selfish. Let these young people, which are going to be running this country anyway, step into these positions and spots, and especially black folks. And yeah, I got to say that because you're stunting the growth of the youth. You're stunting their growth. You got coaches coaching basketball and football that don't even know what they're doing. Some of them never even played the game. So, I mean, move to the side. Move to the side. You had your fame and glory, your time, and you did the right thing. Well, most of you, but it's time to move on now. So I wanted to touch on that. Passing the torch. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, like I said, I have 6 kids, right? I have 13 grandkids, 2 great-grands. Yeah, God is good to me. Yes, I do. And I'm so happy, because when God moves, he moves like God should. We can't question that. So, I want to say this. I didn't understand why I lost my mom when I was young. Didn't understand why my father was drinking for a while. Then he got himself together and tried to straighten up a little bit, and then he passed on, or transitioned. God rest their souls. But then I got over that. Then I lost, it was 4 of us. I lost my 2 older sisters. When I say lost, I mean they transitioned and they went to glory. And God rest their souls. And my brother I lost too. Like I said before, I have another sister out of wedlock, but we communicate a little bit, but I haven't talked to her in a minute, so I got to get on my job. But My point is this: at the time these things happen to you, when you say things happening to you, but you don't understand, you don't have the knowledge of yourself, you don't understand the spiritual realm, you don't understand life. So at that time, I was heartbroken and I was curious, I was lost. So, but what he does is he put people right back in your circle, in your place. So here's a man that lost these people, but now here's a man that has 6 vibrant, beautiful kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and I'm still here. And that's a blessing. My eyes open every morning, and I'm saying that today because you don't know what tomorrow brings. You can plan for it, but we don't own tomorrow. Yesterday's gone. You can't bring that back. Only memories. But today you own right now. So be grateful and understand that it's a blessing to be here right now. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because God is the greatest, man. I mean, the Father is the greatest. So when you understand all that, then you got to understand this. This is why I brought all this up. This is the point. Excuse me. I can't fix things that God can fix for you. Wherever you are, wherever this applies to, I can only do what I can do with the power that I have within me. But God can do all things. All you have to do is ask with a sincere heart, and if it's His will and His time, and when He's ready, He'll do it for you. Now, people, family, friends, enemies, relatives, anyone you come in contact with or grow up around, stop being jealous of those folks, man, or envious. What God has for them or gave them, you can't understand if you try. And what He has for you, they can't understand if they try. So if you see a brother that looks better than Noonie that you think with your eyes, because a lot of people say that guy is not too easy on the eyes, or that girl's not too easy on the eyes. They don't want to say ugly at the time because God didn't make no ugly people, because there's always someone for everybody, So the thing is this: I've seen in my family, in my friends, how the jealousy comes out. And it has to be jealousy. It can't be anything else, because you have no reason not to like this person or agree with them, but out of enviousness, you say and do things contrary to your being or how you should do things. In other words, specifically, for example, me. I go out, you see me on these little platforms, you see me dancing, you see me talking, you see me speaking about issues. Okay, if you don't like that, please come to me with a constructive criticism and we can talk about it and deal with it. But a lot of folks don't. What they do is or they think you're not listening, or this person they can go to and talk behind your back and throw their knives in it and besmirch your name or whatever. This is called enviousness and jealousness, because you should be strong enough and man or woman enough to come to that person and say, hey, listen, you got time to talk about some things? Sure, what's going on? And then you guys can talk it out. But instead, you try to stab them in the back. And by you doing that, that's not making you a better person. You're being blinded by the devil's plan, by his things he was given for being bad. Teaching falsehood, lying, being jealous and envious of God, of man. That's why he got kicked out of where he was at. And you're falling right into that line. So listen, I have beautiful grandkids, man, and whew, they are so gorgeous. I mean, and I'm not bragging, but I'm just giving you facts. If you see my grandkids, and a lot of you guys know my grandkids, especially the girls, they're very beautiful, very pretty, and they're very easy on the eyes. And listen, and my grandsons are very handsome guys. So I've been blessed, you know. Now, I don't know if they get all the stuff from me. It's probably the other side, but it's a little of me. I'm taking a little credit. You know, I don't think I'm too bad. But the thing is this, be happy to grow up with these people. You understand? There's people in your life that you have to grow up with in grammar school, high school, whatever. Stop being jealous of so and so because she looked better than so and so. Say this. Say, listen, yeah, I went to school with so and so. Yeah, I know she's a model now, or she's singing now, or she's dancing now, or she's the VP of this or that. I went to school with her. She's always looked like she's always been beautiful. Or he always been an athlete. Or he always did good. Or he always outdid most folks. I grew up with him. I'm happy that I grew up with him. But now, that same person that you're bragging and talking about, that means you're not jealous of them. And that means that you never know. That person may need you in your lifestyle, in your atmosphere. You don't know what God has for you. Just because you wasn't that person in high school or college or grammar school, that don't mean you can't find who you are. So you don't really have time to be jealous and envious of no one else. You need to be trying to check out who you are and what God has planned for you. Because God has things planned for us, man, and we just miss those blessings by wondering and looking at the next person. For what? That person is no better than you because they have this or they look that way or they walk that way or they've been born into some things. That's not for you to judge anyway. So I had to speak about that tonight because I am sick and tired of seeing it. I do see this, man, and I can't turn a blind eye to it. So if these things apply to you, help your boy Looney know now. You understand? Go to that person and talk it out, or see if they need your help. Because a lot of times these people that you think are shining stars, they're miserable. They may need your advice, your recommendations. You know what I'm saying? So please stop with the jealous stuff, man. Stop with the enviousness. Stop with these things that's not of your nature. You know you don't feel right. And if you feel right, then you sure is one of the devil's kids. But I don't believe anyone human is a devil. I think that spirit gets in you from the devil. The spirit gets in you, but you can rebuke that spirit. You can. I love this song. I'm sorry, but I ain't too loud for you guys. I hope not, because I apologize to a young lady that she did comment on sometimes when I'm speaking the music is too loud, and I took that not offensively. I took that as constructive criticism because obviously she wants to hear what's being said, and I appreciate you for that. So if that music's too loud, I apologize. I'm going to shut it down in a minute. But once again, Mario's takeaway: enviousness, jealousness, throw it out the window. Don't bring it into the new year. Yawning, do some research on yawning. Ray Goodman and Brown in the moments. And your kids, please. Oh, that's the real key I want to leave with you guys. Find time, find time, find time, find time, find time, find time. If you're a family, sometimes you don't have to take the whole family. Sometimes you don't have to be with everybody. You can do the individual thing. Sometimes you can do the collective thing with the whole family. Find quality time to spend with your loved ones while they're here. While they're here. Pick up that phone. Bling, 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 boom, boom, boom. Get it done, man. Get it done. You know, Noonie Noon, your boy, I get it done. No one can say I don't do it in my family. You know, And they know that phone is always available for them, you know. So, once again, I love you guys. Hug someone. I'm signing out. Peace. I'll be back tomorrow, if God willing.